Welcome, everyone, to the sixth meeting of the House Transportation Committee for this session. I would ask members and guests to please silence your phones while you're in the committee meeting. I would also remind those in the audience that any presentations and amendments considered at today's meeting have been posted to the Meeting Materials tab on committee's webpage for this meeting. With that, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe.
Here.
Representative Bridges.
Here.
Representative Camuel.
Here.
Representative Elliott.
Here.
Representative Fleming.
Here.
Representative Hale.
Here.
Representative Heverin. Representative Herron.
Here.
Representative Hodgson.
Here.
Representative Huff.
Here.
Representative Imes.
Here.
Representative Lewis.
Here.
Representative McCool.
Here.
Representative Mosier. Representative Neighbors.
Here.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts.
Here.
Representative Smith.
Here.
Representative Tackett Lafferty. Representative Thomas.
Present.
Representative Upchurch.
Here.
Representative Leslie. Representative Williams. Vice Chair Dixon.
Here.
Chairman Blanton.
Here. It appears we do have a quorum present and are therefore constituted to do business. Next, we'll need approval of last meeting's minutes. Have a motion. Do I hear a second? Motion second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Do any members have any guests in the audience that they would like to recognize before we begin today? Seeing none, I will point out to the members of the committee that House Bill 833 has been withdrawn, and we will not be hearing that bill today. So first up on the agenda. Okay. Let me clarification. It's not withdrawn, but it's on the agenda today and we're not hearing it. It's been pulled from today's agenda. Got to be careful on selection of words, right? So with that being said, the first item on the agenda will be House Bill 434 with Representative Jackson. It's an act relating to identity documents. Representative Jackson, if you'll make your way to the table and your guest, please introduce yourself for the record and your guest.
Kevin Jackson, representing District 20, Bowling Green and Warren County. Go ahead.
Lori Weaver Hawkins, and I'm Public Affairs Manager representing AAA clubs in Kentucky.
Representative Jackson, as we discussed, there is a proposed committee substitute on this measure. That committee sub is in the members' packet. At this time, I would entertain a motion on the committee sub. Have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed may say nay. Motion carries. Representative Jackson, floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairman Blanton and members of the committee for allowing House Bill 434 to be heard today. As you said, there was a sub on House Bill 434, and just briefly what the sub does, it requires the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to establish at least one driver's licensing regional office in each Kentucky senatorial district by July 1 of 2025. And the second thing it does is establishes a Kentucky State Police pilot project for skills testing to alleviate the travel of Kentucky high school students to regional offices. So basically that's what the House sub does.
I have a motion on the bill and a second. Do you want to proceed or you?
Yep, that's fine.
Do we have any questions on the bill? Seeing none, Madam Secretary. Yep.
I was just asking if you can complete saying what the difference is and what the bill does. Thank
Okay.
you.
What House Bill 434 simply allows a third party to partner with Transportation Cabinet to issue and renew driver's licensings in Kentucky. Currently, there are 32 regional driver's licensing centers in our state for 120 counties. There's 4 in Jefferson County, so if you take those off the board, there's 92 counties in the state of Kentucky that do not have a place to offer driver's license in those counties. And to us, that seems wrong. So I know the Transportation Cabinet's doing all they can. We just want to give them another tool in their toolbox, and that would let third-party partners offer those driver's licensings. What third party is defined in this bill? It could be a county clerk, it could be a sheriff, it could be a circuit court clerk, it could be a business, it could be a nonprofit member or association. So those people, this is happening in about 23 other states presently. It's happening in 23 other states presently, and we want to bring Kentucky on board to be the 24th state.
So I would point out that that last statement is in the original 434. That wasn't part of the sub, but that's part of the bill.
Right,
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
not part of the sub.
Did I
Representative
jump?
Roberts.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you. I agree with the intent of the bill that we definitely need more places for people to receive their IDs in the state. Excuse me. My question is there a fiscal impact? Are there additional costs to the state? And if so, is there an appropriation associated with this bill?
You know, we don't have a fiscal impact study. The businesses or the clerks or the whoever that signs up to offer these will be required to provide the equipment themselves. So there shouldn't be any excess expense to the state. They will charge the fee. The fee will be sent to the State Transportation Department.
Representative Tackett Lafferty.
So will the Transportation Department on?
Yes.
Okay. So will the Transportation Department, that's much better, thank you. Will the Transportation Department have the final say on which third-party companies are capable of providing this?
Good question, Representative. Absolutely. If you want to do this within your county, you will have to apply to the Transportation Department for that, and they will have the final say who gets selected and who doesn't in that particular county.
Thank you.
Yes.
Representative Hale. Representative Herring has a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Representative Jackson. Good bill. Just a question, maybe not exactly pertaining to this, but if circuit clerks were so to choose, could they continue to issue license from their office? Could they take that step to go back to doing that?
Yes, sir.
And if I may follow up, are there any that's doing that?
I don't know of any. Representative Chairman Blanton shaking his head.
No, circuit court clerks will
The
not.
county court clerks is who does this.
I mean, I'm sorry. I
county
misspoke
court
there.
clerks.
Pardon me. I meant the county. The county.
Let me answer
I
that
miss- I
question for
misspoke
you,
there.
Representative Hale. Not under this bill. There may be a bill that comes forward, but not under this bill. This bill does not deal with county clerks and the issuance of driver's license.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Representative Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Representative Hale asked part of the question that I had before. I think I have more of a comment than I have a question, but I don't know what the question should be. So it's more of a comment. Since we've gone to the real IDs and the ID process has been put in transportation, it's been a headache for me personally. And, I feel like I'm someone who can navigate the system and go get my ID and, really have the privilege of time and resources to go back and forth if need be. I guess my question is there not a way to just go back to IDs being issued not through third party, but just through the counties?
I'm sure there would be, Representative Herron. In talking to my county clerk in Warren County, she wants no part of it. She wants no part of it. I think with the new computer system they rolled out with transfer of automobiles and all that kind of stuff, they have had all they can handle. And I talked to her last night. She said, more power to them, anybody that wants to take this on. And I got a feeling in some small rural communities, they'll want to do that as a service to their constituents. But in Warren County, in talking to Ms. Yates last night, she didn't want any part of it.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I have just a follow-up, if that's okay.
Quickly.
Never mind. I lost my train of thought for the question. Thank you.
Before we move on, we'll kind of get a little convoluted here in the conversation. So House Bill 434 originally allowed for second party issuance of IDs. We still have that part. So what we did was we took the good portions out of Senate Bill 91 and added them in here, which is going to expand opportunities, if you will, for being able to obtain driver's license. And I will point out, when we're using the term IDs, ID, driver's license, two different things that we're talking about. So one of the things people have to understand, when Kentucky went to the Real ID following the federal guidelines, it created a much more difficult process, a much more strict process. So currently, in order to be able to issue real IDs, let's say someone goes and gets their driver's license and they want a real ID, or they just go to get a real ID, now the clerk's office has to have background investigations and they have to receive security clearance for whatever clerk may be issuing that. And it's costing thousands upon thousands of dollars in order to issue these new licenses. That's why. Now, there is something we're working on to expand to some of the county court clerks if they choose to opt in, but that part is not in this bill. That part's not in this bill. It is forthcoming, but not today. So we're just taking the good parts of Senate Bill 91 that expands and it creates this KSP pilot project that will help cut down on the number of trips that our teenagers are having to make in order to get their driver's license, and expand where that through the senatorial districts and third parties as far as getting these driver's license. So just for clarification purposes, Representative Camuel.
Actually, you answered my question.
All right, very good. Thank you. Representative Huff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm all for getting more facilities, but I'm trying to connect the dots. You said that a business or whoever wants to do this that's qualified must provide their own equipment, must pay for their own equipment, and the fees go to the transportation cabinet. I was just wondering, what is the incentive or the upside for someone to want to do this? And maybe I'm just missing something.
Sir, I'll answer that, or at least address it. First of all, I just wanted to say, just to explain a little bit, when I said I am representing AAA clubs in Kentucky. Kentucky is served by two AAA clubs, AAA Club Alliance being one of them, which I'm affiliated with, and then also Auto Club Enterprises, and they're part of the overall national federation. So just to clarify, so as far as the costs and how the equipment, all of that can be worked out with, it's going to be up to the transportation cabinet how to work that out. The incentive is that the folks coming to a AAA retail store rather than a different location to get their driver's license, the cabinet's location, they will pay a convenience fee and that goes to the third party that's providing those services. So say I'm in Lexington and I'm already a AAA member. I know where the retail store is, and I know there's great parking, and I know the folks there. I want to go there and pay that extra, couple dollars, whatever, to have that convenience. And so that's one of the benefits. Now, of course, the other benefit for AAA, I can speak at least on our behalf, is that we like to get folks through the door, let them see our retail store, our travel stores there. We have travel advisors. There's a lot of activity going around with that sort of things. Of course, we have insurance representatives. So if they are already AAA members and they're maybe you've got an appointment with their insurance person or they have an appointment with their travel advisor, they can take care of renewing their license. It's convenient for those members. AAA has a long history of really focusing on the customer service, and so we can assure that if we are able to provide driver's license services, we are definitely going to be working closely with the cabinet and be able to provide top shelf customer service to folks that come in, because we certainly don't want to lose people that are already members of AAA, which are the most likely folks to come in, not us, but we've been doing, as the representative said, we've been doing driver's license services and vehicle services. Currently, we're in 23 states. We have 26 different AAA clubs that are serving in 23 states. And in some cases, like Pennsylvania, we've been doing this for over 50 years. Last year alone, we did 150,000 transactions just in Ohio. AAA did over 200,000 in Pennsylvania. Just started in some of the other states and still very well received. So we're talking about not only how to reach some of the rural counties, but it's also been really helpful, these third party options in the metro areas, so people can avoid long lines. And some of the communities that we're working with in other states, the cabinet or whoever is the government entity issuing the license, they get towards the end of the day, they have long lines, they'll send them over to the AAA store. We're open longer. We're open also on Saturday mornings. So it's a convenience for people living in those urban areas near where AAA is located as well.
Representative Roberts, and this will be the last question because we do have a motion on the bill.
Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate it. And again, the intent of the bill I'm here for. My question is Section 2 states that the Transportation Cabinet shall establish at least one permanent full-time driving licensing regional office within each Kentucky senatorial district. So my question is, how many senatorial districts currently do not have these offices? And then again, can you assuage my concerns that there needs to be an appropriation if indeed we need to add more of these offices?
Well, this was part of the sub that I just found out about a few minutes ago, so I'm going to let Chairman Blanton.
Yes, so essentially it will be adding 2, and that covers then each senatorial district in Kentucky. One is in Bardstown, and one will be west of E-Town. So 2 is all that it would be adding. I do not have a cost estimate, but I know we've been adding additional regionals, so it's not like we've not been doing these and are accustomed to them. All right, we do have a motion and a second on the bill. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe? Yes. Representative Bridges? Yes. Representative Camuel?
May I just explain my vote briefly?
Yes.
I'm going to be a no today because I've got some questions about the bill that just Section 2 actually brings it up, but also listening to what you were explaining about a sales opportunity for people who walk in the door. I'm a little bit concerned about that and the impact on the consumer. So today I'm a no, but I'll ask questions of you and the chair and reserve the right to change my vote on the floor. Thank you.
Representative Dixon?
Yes.
Representative Elliott? Representative Fleming? Representative Hale?
Yes.
Representative Hevron?
Yes.
Representative Herron?
Pass.
Was that a yes or a pass?
Pass.
Pass. Representative Hodgson. Representative Huff.
Yes.
Representative Imes.
Yes.
Representative Lewis.
Yes.
Representative McCool.
Yes.
Representative Mosier.
Yes.
Representative Neighbors.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts.
Yes.
Representative Smith. Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Yes.
Representative Thomas.
Yes.
Representative Upchurch.
Yes.
Representative Wesley.
Yes.
Representative Williams. Chairman Blanton.
Aye. And bill does pass with favorable expression, and same should do show on the floor with the committee substitute attached thereto. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman and committee.
All right, next up on the agenda, a much simpler bill. We have Senate Bill 125 from Senator Wheeler. Senator Wheeler, if you'll make your way to the table and please introduce yourself for the committee, you may begin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I apologize to you and the members of the committee for being a little bit late. I guess it's getting that time of the session. Senate Bill 125 is merely an extension of the pilot program for off-highway vehicle use.
Second.
Okay.
Representative Branscombe. Representative Bridges. Representative Camille.
Yes.
Representative Dixon. Representative Elliott. Representative Fleming. Representative Hale.
Yes.
Representative Hebron.
Yes. And can I please be recorded as present? Thank you.
Representative Herron.
Yes.
Representative Hodgson. Representative Huff.
Yes.
Representative Imes.
Yes.
Representative Lewis.
Yes.
Representative McCool.
Yes.
Representative Mosier.
Yes.
Representative Neighbors.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts.
Yes.
Representative Smith. Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Yes, and can I please make sure that I'm recorded as in attendance? Thank you.
Representative Thomas.
Explain my vote. I'm a yes, but since I'm coming to your side of the state to ride side by side this June, I'm definitely a yes there.
Representative Upchurch.
Yes.
Representative Wesley. Representative Williams. Chairman Blanton.
Aye. Senate Bill 125 is reported with favorable expression, and same should do so on the floor.
Mr. Thomas, I may say the one change about the bill that made from the last legislation is the pilot program is now statewide. So you can now opt for this in Western Kentucky as well. So look forward to seeing you.
So, do we have any other issues to come before the committee today? Seeing none. Oh,
Mr. Chairman,
Representative
if I
Mosier?
could register my attendance and also record a yes vote on House Bill 434.
is there anyone else that was late that needs to record a vote? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
I would like to also, Mr. Chair, in case I wasn't counted, I came in at the last minute. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. We are